Joining me now from Virginia Beach is Barack Obama's running mate, Senator Joe Biden. Good morning, Senator.
Hey, Maggie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How do you think your Republican counterpart did here last night?
Well, my plane was landing. I only caught the last two-thirds of the speech, but I was impressed. I think it was a skillfully delivered political speech with confidence and directness, and so I think she did what she was supposed to do. I was impressed. I was also impressed by what I didn't hear in the speech. I didn't hear a word. I didn't hear the phrase middle class mentioned. I didn't hear a word about health care. I didn't hear a single word about what we're going to do about the housing crisis, college education, all the things that the middle class is being burdened by now. I didn't hear the words Afghanistan or Pakistan, where Al Qaeda lives and Bin Laden resides. So I also was, there was a deafening silence about the hole that the Republicans have dug us into, and any specific answers to how the McCain-Palin hole.
We attacks on Senator Barack Obama, and I'm sure by now you've read the quote in the paper. He's written 2 memoirs, but not a single law. How do you defend his experience?
Well, first of all, he has written laws. He's the guy that came along and hit the ground running. He was one of the architects of the most significant ethics reform since Watergate in the United States Senate. He was part of a skillful attempt and successful effort by he and the leading Republican on arms control in America, Dick Lugar, and a law that will help keep dangerous weapons out of the hands of terrorists. He has been, I don't know anybody who in the 3 years they've been in the Senate has done more. When he was in the state legislature, he lowered taxes for middle-class people. He got health care for thousands and thousands of people who didn't have it. And by the way, you ought to read his memoirs and talk about a guy who's had a journey. This is a guy who knows what he's about. This is a guy who knows where he wants to take the country. I thought it was, this was the typical Rovian Karl Rove tactic, attack, attack. I've been around long enough to see it coming, know what's happening. But I think this time around, those kind of tactics will not work because the American public is just too focused. It's too serious. These guys have dug us in a very deep hole.
You had a jab of your own, or what was interpreted as a jab. Your campaign did when you released that ad about abortion, an issue that you and Senator Palin disagree with. Why release it when there's so much attention on her 17-year-old daughter choosing to have a baby? People are criticizing the timing of that ad.
To tell you the truth, I haven't seen the ad, and you talk about my pay grade. I haven't seen the ad, and I didn't even know even an ad was released. And by the way, one of the things that should be off limits, this comes from somebody who has been for all my career had this view. I think children are off limits. I think it's scurrilous to talk about anything having to do with their children. Look, millions of American families, including all of our families, go through family crises. I think the way the governors handle it is the way a parent should handle it. And look, I just think it's way out of bounds to talk about the kind of stuff that relates to her family.
No one will disagree with you on that. Senator Joe Biden, thank you.
Oh, a lot of people do disagree, unfortunately.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Maggie.